Meatriding. A lot of people watching this video right now probably know somebody that's a D1 meat rider. And now make no mistake, this word has been thrown into the ground. Everybody calls people a meat rider for simply just enjoying something, but meat riding is taking it to the next level. It's almost like you're worshipping this person, treating them like they're some kind of god, but they don't even know you like that, bro. But today we are going over the biggest meat riders of all time. I'm sure some of you may have seen these people, or you may be able to relate to this. I think it's pretty safe to start with Drake meat riders. After the whole Kendrick Lamar beef that Drake got into, these Drake meat riders showed their true colors. Even though Drake obviously lost. I mean, this was the end of his song. He was like, hey, so, you know, it was good exercise to get the pen moving, get the pen working. Like, he lost. It was over a long time ago. Why are people saying Drake won? He clearly lost here. I mean, look at the amount of dislikes on this video. He said he was expecting an Epstein angle. Like, what does that even mean, Drake? You could tell that Drake really got the pen moving and wrote this one himself. I don't think anybody on his team would have heard the words, speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now, and say, you know what, this is good to drop. Despite that, people are still saying that Drake won. Even academics was like, yeah, Drake, you're losing this one. Like, he lost. It is what it is. You just gotta take the L as a Drake fan and move on. These people are acting like they're fighting on the front lines of this beef. It's not that serious. I don't know what's worse than that, Drake Glazers or the 2016 Warriors. Oh my god, that was horrible. At this time, I was in middle school, and there was a new kid every day that would just walk in with a Warriors jersey. People were just lying their asses off. Oh yeah, you know, I've always been a Warriors fan. No, the you haven't. Like, how come I haven't seen you with it once in 2015 then? But they had a crazy run. They had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala. I don't know how to say that dude's name. And now everybody was rooting for the Warriors to make it to the finals, and that they did. And they were up against the Cavaliers. And then they blew a 3-1 lead, and all of a sudden, these motherfuckers come in with a Cavaliers jersey the next day. What happened? Where was that energy before? But you already know they were very confident that the Warriors were gonna win, that they were gonna take it all. And they ended up winning against the Cavaliers in 2017, so yeah, you know how that goes. But these people had it all. They had room decor for the Warriors. Their whole My Team on 2K was the Golden State Warriors. And for the people that actually were a fan of them for a long time, they got called a bandwagoner, a glazer, even though they've been fans of them, well, pretty much their whole lives. I mean, where I was from, that was not very likely. It was almost like as soon as they went to the championship, everybody was just coming out as a Warriors fan left and right. And as all of you know, this year, the same thing is happening with the Chiefs. It's gotten to the point where NFL announcers are glazing Patrick Mahomes. Every instance where somebody seems to make a good play, announcers will say, well, that's what we see out of Patrick Mahomes. But of course, as soon as Taylor Swift starts dating Travis Kelce, all these Swifties are all of a sudden starting to get Travis Kelce jerseys and becoming big Chief fans. But if Taylor Swift broke up with him for whatever reason, they would take that goddamn jersey and burn it to shreds. And of course, the NFL is doing everything in their power to film Taylor Swift at these games. And they made sure that every big celebrity was siding with the Chiefs. To my knowledge, I don't think I saw any big celebrity with a San Francisco jersey at the Super Bowl. Even goddamn Ice Spice made an appearance for whatever reason. And speaking of rappers, the next example I have is when a rapper passes away, people are gonna act like they're biggest fans, even though before they died, they had no clue who they were. There were some people putting on their Snapchat stories, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. I was your biggest fan. Every lyric really hit home, and I'll never get to hear your beautiful voice again. Like, bro, shut the hell up. Of course, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. But when rappers pass away, the fakest fans come out of the woodworks, and they don't even listen to their music a day in their life after that. They're just there to get attention for their Snapchat story. And you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Juice WRLD ever. So if I said like, oh yeah, I didn't really like this project, these people would be on my ass. Are you disrespecting the GOAT? Just because somebody doesn't like his music, that doesn't mean they're like disrespecting him in any way. It's just not their taste. You know, like me personally, Sexy Red isn't exactly my cup of tea, right? But you know, I understand that people do like it for whatever reason. This is probably the last thing that I'm putting on Ox. There's meat riders everywhere. They're not just on the internet. They're in real life too. Like in school, you got the teacher's pet. Now, when I was like really young, like in elementary school, I was the teacher's pet, as some of you may know. I was that kid, always following the rules, telling people to shush in class. You heard it a million times. But never did I go to the lengths that some of these people go. Like, they will hold up the rest of the class to talk about science with the teacher. I don't know. The atom is quite the amazing phenomenon. Like, let us go, bro. The bell already rang. They will do anything for an A. And these are the type of people that get mad that they didn't get 100 on their test. They could get a 98 and they will go ape shit and just start fucking throwing their desk, flipping out, and beg the teacher for extra credit. Once I got to high school and college, I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I was done with it all, bro. I wanted nothing to do with that shit. I was fine with passing. I didn't care how low my GPA was. And neither did most people. They just wanted to get out. But so many people cared about popularity. So if you were popular, people were gonna meat ride you. Because those people want that popularity themselves. Or for example, if nobody really knew who you were, and then you finally did something that like caught the attention of the school. These clout fiends at school will be on your sack and they'll be like, bro, you're the GOAT, man. Good shit. And they'll hang out with you all the time. And then all of a sudden, when another person becomes popular for something they did, they'll go to them and them. And they're just like leeches, bro. It's a cycle. It'll just go from one person to the next. You can't stop them, bro. They will do anything and hang out with anybody for popularity. I never really understood why school popularity was so important, because it's just gonna be over soon anyway. I graduated high school a couple years ago. No one gives a fuck anymore. So I don't know what these people are working for. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why meat ride them just because they're popular? Like, if they're a dick and they're popular, like, I don't care. I'm not gonna be friends with them just because they're popular. Being popular is great. If you are, enjoy it. It's not the end of the world if you're not popular. There's genuinely people out there who meat ride Coke or Pepsi. Bro, it's soda. It's not that serious. There's always been this ongoing war between Coke and Pepsi. Now, I personally think soda's ass, but you do you. But if you're at a point where you're at a restaurant, right? And they say we only have Pepsi, and then you just flip your shit. You're just far gone. Like, drink the goddamn Pepsi, bro. It's not that deep. You're acting like if you dedicate the rest of your life to not drink Pepsi, Coca-Cola will send you a life supply shipment of their products. Never in my life did I think people would get so pressed over a drink. It was never that serious. Like, if I come on camera, right, and I'm drinking a Pepsi, are all the Coke glazers gonna start cooking me in the comments? The next example I have, though, is mob mentality, or cancel culture, whatever you want to call it. But I think this just got rid of all critical thinking. People don't even take a second to think, is it really that big of a deal what they did? But of course, Twitter gets to it and it's over. That's why creators end up getting canceled for like the stupidest reasons ever. And it's gotten so bad to the point where a YouTuber got canceled for drinking Starbucks coffee. Like, when was it ever that deep? It's a coffee. But in some cases, they will be this person's #1 fan. And the second Twitter attacks them for a stupid reason, they're right there with them. They don't even think for themselves anymore. But the minute you fold to these people is the minute they have control of you. Like, if you did something that wasn't serious at all, there's no point in like apologizing for it, because every little thing that you do that's a quote-unquote mistake, they're gonna expect you to drop an apology video for it. But what's crazy is some of these people are probably sipping on Starbucks as they were calling him out. And speaking of hate, the next example I have is that one hater friend that never wants to see you win. No matter what you do, you could find the cure for cancer. You could feed 1 million families across the world. Nah, that's light, bro. I could do it better. You just can't win with this guy. This dude is your #1 hater. He's right there by your side. Whenever you do something, he's gonna hate on you for it. Meat riders can be haters too, because they're secretly a fan. That's why they're hating on you so much. Why would they spend so much time and effort just to hate? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Now, I never had a run-in with this person, but we've all known this type of meat rider. Or hell, maybe you even were this type of meat rider at some point in your life. The simp. I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. This dude will meat ride girls that don't even know him like that just to get a crumb. It's insane. I'm sure a lot of you have had down bad moments. Hell, I was down bad at some point in my life. But never did I go to the lengths that a lot of these people went to. Dropping racks on a girl that just doesn't even know you is insane behavior. But some people will just be so down bad, they leave the function early just to have a chance to talk to this girl. Like, if they don't like you back, it's okay, bro. You just gotta accept it. There's no reason for you to be glazing glazing that hard if they don't even like you. It just makes it really awkward for the other person. If you want to see awkward moments that give me anxiety, then click on this video.